And staying on security, the police have arrested 97 suspects in connection with the killing of 2 police officers during a Shiite procession that turned violent in Abuja. The Commissioner of Police in the FCT disclosed that although the police got wind of the impending attack, they were still taken by surprise. Siphon Essien reports.
Police operatives intensify the manhunt for members of the Islamic movement in Nigeria, also known as Shiite, whose religious procession on Sunday turned violent. 2 police officers lost their lives, 3 police vehicles were burned, and those who survived the attack are now being treated. The police had gotten wind of an imminent attack on law enforcement agents, but they were still taken by surprise.
The Islamic movement of Nigeria is a prescribed group. It's a prescribed group. They don't have right of assemble, they don't have right of protest, they don't have right of march. They are prescribed by the law of this country, which have not been countered. So, they came out willingly. We are aware of their discussion that they want to attack security agencies, the intel at our disposal, but we didn't know that they will start it like this here.
If people are known to be not law-abiding, by now they should have worked out strategies to be able to contain them, okay? To be able to contain them before they create a scenario of chaos.
The police have arrested 97 suspects in connection with the killing. A manhunt for more suspects is on.
I've looked for them and I'm getting them. We have moved into Niger, we are getting them. Wherever they are, we are going to get them.
The IGP has also reaffirmed the unalloyed zeal of the force to arrest other involved persons and bring the killers to justice.
The Islamic movement in Nigeria has clashed with law enforcement agents at least 8 times since 2014. In 2015, a confrontation with the Nigerian army in Zaria resulted in the deaths of over 300 Shiites, including leader Sheikh Zakzaki's son.
In fact, if it means setting up special courts, I'm all for it, to try such cases so that you don't have unnecessary delays that create the impression that people are not being punished for misdemeanors.
There are concerns that the worst is yet to come if processions like this are allowed to degenerate into violence. Siphon Essien, TVC News, Abuja.
A security consultant, retired Group Captain Shehu Sadiq, who was on TVC News earlier, said the security agents should have planned to prevent the incident since their procession is a yearly event.
The police to the intelligence services, they should be able to almost 90% accurately gauge when these people are going to do these processions. And in doing that, there should be some proactive measures that should be taken. Because why I'm saying this, it is not good that whenever we are going to have these processions, unless there is a law that bans the procession, it's not good that every year that somebody will die. Either the Shiites or the security forces. Whoever dies, it's not a good news for the country, it's not a good news for everybody.
For more updates, a security expert, Chidio Major, joins me on the news. He joins me virtually. Good to have you join us.
Good evening.
Good evening. I don't know if you followed that report there by a correspondent. One of the things that, would immediately stand out for you is that statistics, that there has been 8 attacks between or clashes between security agencies and the IMN since 2014. That's a lot of attacks. And I just want to get your reaction to that and this latest one on Sunday.
Okay, first of all, you are not very audible, but I think I got 1 or 2 things you said. Look, I listened to I watched some of their reports, and the commonality of opinion is the fact that these Shiite people and their procession is something that is well known to us. It didn't start here in Abuja. It's only been there right from Kaduna, Zaria, when they had issues with the former chief of army staff and all that. What am I saying? I'm saying that it's a crisis foretold. It's something that we know that it will happen. There are always on this. You can't. I mean, I listened to the police commissioner saying the disbanded group and all manner of things. Well, I do not know about that. I don't know when the court gave that ruling. But the thing is that this is a religious group, and the fundamental provision in our constitution that people have the right of procession as long as they are peaceful. I don't know how. I wasn't there yesterday to see what they were doing, but time has actually come when our security, our law enforcement agents begin to adopt or employ the fine art of crisis management. It's not all the time that we escalate tension and let issues degenerate to the point of killings and counter killings and all that. We are becoming too barbaric in this country. Every now and then it's about killings, it's about destruction, it's about savagery. Look, this doesn't say well about our country and the Committee of Civilized Nations. So I'm saying to those who manage this kind of thing to look at other means of managing crisis. It's not all about allowing things to get so awry that people begin to burn vehicles and kill people. Oh, come on, we can do better.
Mr. Omeje, that ruling was given in 2019, July 2019 to be specific, where the court said that all activities of the IMN amounts to illegality. I just wanted to state that so that we're clear on that. But I also wanted to ask, because I've heard a lot of security agents say, or security experts rather say, this happens every year. And then there is something that the police should be able to preempt this and be proactive. But what should the police have done in the situation, especially when you have a group that has been prescribed by law, and they also know that you have to maintain fundamental human rights, but this group has also been prescribed by law. How do you expect the police to balance that kind of situation?
Now, you say fundamental human rights. Fundamental human rights, I think, is superior to whatever, to me or my layman understanding, it's superior to whatever rulings anybody can say. Back to your question, I think that what the police ought to have done is, now, if you see hordes of some people in procession, I do not know whether it was those people that started, being violent. But if they were, processing, if they were on this, the best the police could have done is to probably mobilize more men to guide them, to make sure that they don't get unruly or stop other people on their track. Why am I saying this? You see, there are things that we can prevent. Okay, now look at, we lost 2 gallant policemen yesterday. And by the way, this is a different matter altogether. Did you see how the police people treated the corpse of those fallen heroes? They threw them into their trucks like as if they were just a log of food, as if they are not. We're talking about police officers on duty. There was no dignity, there was no respect for the fallen heroes, but that's a different topic. So back to what we're saying, I am saying that, yes, even if you say they have been proscribed, but they are on the street already. Do you want tragedy on your hands, or do you have a way you can manage it? We're talking about the fine art of crisis management here. So you don't escalate crisis. Not all like I said before, it's not all the time that we come out, blaring in our full, war gear.
I'm afraid we do have to leave it there.
That's what I'm saying.
Omeje. We're following through with this story and how the police will react going forward. Thank you so much for your time. Security expert Chidi Omeje.
I appreciate the opportunity then.
And still to